I mean, oh God, I am not gang affiliated. I don't know where that came from. Oh my God. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your, of course, monthly peace report for Capricorn season 2024. I almost got myself in trouble, bro. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I didn't even think of that. This is the first thing that came out. Am I secretly that? I don't know. But anyway, it's Infinity Gang over here. That's my set. The Forever Gang, the Eternity Mob, Infinity, blah, 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 blah. Yep, this is our gang sign. It kind of looks like an infinity if you kind of look at it. Yeah. From the actual gangsters, I'm not gonna throw up no sets because I'm a civilian until they turn around. Infinity Gang, Infinity Gang, Infinity. What? No. Goat Gang. Shout out to Goat Gang. Yo, I was reflecting on the team I had when we started 2021 and how Cosmic Drugs and Colby represented Goat Gang top sellers without even trying. No promo. Okay, we need better news. I'm going to open my news network soon. All right. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get into Capricorn season. We have just finished the I Told You So tour. It was sponsored 2023 and 2024, courtesy of the North Node in Aries. We all know where we're at. So right now that we have completed the I Told You So tour, that means there are people who believed in you who were right. And that means there are people who didn't believe in you who were wrong about you. And it's over. That's it. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes people confuse the idea they have about you for the reality about you. Okay? And it just is what it is. It just is what it is. You proved without even trying they were wrong about you. And now that's it. There's no more deliberations. We're done with the tour. We made it, baby. We made it, baby. Okay. It's interesting. Maru, I think, was doing some competition. Shout out to her. And I think she did well. I'm not sure if it's still done. Are you doing readings from the stream? Absolutely. For those of you who want readings, for those of you who actually want live readings, I have my Hipsy link. Oh, I forgot to make an event for Hipsy. I have a special announcement concerning my Hipsy page. We got pay-per-call, baby. So I have my own pay-per-call platform, but then there's Hipsy who's just opened theirs, and they're going to have another message platform. I'm going to be heavily doing that moving forward from 2025. So if you want to talk to me per minute, unlike my platform that's just audio, you can do video call, audio, and text message. So I'm going to do a special announcement maybe when I get back into town. Basically, if you are a YouTube member, okay, this is exceptionally important. Outside of my hours, or maybe even during my hours, you get a discount on the Hipsy pay-per-call. Okay, so basically what that means is, like I will mention, for those of you who are Infinity Club, that is 90, you get to talk to me for 99 cents a minute. If you are, of course, God Squad, $1.99 a minute. And if you are the Eternal Vibe Tribe, we got you $2.99 a minute. All you have to do is just, I have every member on the back end of my YouTube. So if you ever want to take advantage of that, just shoot me an email, show me the receipt that you're a member. I'll double check on the back end for me. And even if you used to be a member, at least once, you can holler at me and we can do that. Versus if you're an active member, then you can keep on doing that. And yeah, basically you can email me before, hey dude, I want to talk to you real quick, or message you real quick if I'm available, or even if I'm not available. So this is what's exclusive to members only. If I'm not available and you want to talk to me and I can make time, I can quickly change the price. Boom. So what I'm gonna do is, like, right now my per minute is $3.99 per minute. It's half off my 30-minute rate. So if you get my 30-minute consultation rate, that's $250. But if you just talk to me per minute, you don't even have to do the whole hour, and the whole hour is going to be less than like $250, which is like half of my hourly rate on the website. So it's really good for those of you who want to cut costs on talking with me. And what I'm going to do after lives like this is, after I'm done with this live, I do have a reading I'm going to do. Shout out to Giselle right after this. But basically, like for the rest of the day, or maybe for the next 3 hours, I'll be available for 99 cents a minute. Okay. By the way, Lauren, for any of you who want to join Hipsy, email me. If you would like to join this per minute thing, email me. I'll give you a special link, and then you can join, or you can just join Hipsy directly and sign up. But if you want to hook me up, I can give you a special link. That'll also be cool too. It's not a problem. That being said, yeah, for those of you who want to text me at 99 cents a minute, I'm going to open up after I do lives like these. If you guys have any personal questions, you want to talk about your transit or anything really, I will always it's $3.99 a minute, but we'll have special windows where I can like do 99 cents a minute, $2.99 per minute, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So yeah, really exciting. Looking forward to it. And I mean, I'm going to be doing this for a while. So you don't have to feel like, oh, this is urgent, it's only going to be now. I'm going to be doing this for at least the next year or two. Do I have astrology classes for beginners? Marquis Progers. This is a very important question. I'm working on an Astro 101, 102, 103, 104, 105 series. Okay. We have 101 and 102 out. I have not promoted it, so I'm going to promote it next year. But for those of you who would like, of course, Astro 101 and Astro 102, pay attention. I do have 11 spots left. If you would like this half off, just use the code name Tamale, Tamale, and you can get both of those 50% off. If you were to get both of them at the current price, it's $30. With the Tamale, Tamale code, you get it for $15 for both. Okay. I highly recommend it. Everyone who's seen both of those, you know what I'm saying? They've enjoyed it. Astro 101 and 102 introduces you to the planets and the zodiacs. 103, we're going to look into the houses. 104, we're going to look into planetary aspects. 105, you synthesize 101 and 104. I'll teach you how to interpret a natal chart. These are beginner classes before I really work on my actual school, which will go more into these. But you guys have been wanting courses, so I just wanted to put something out cheap, easy, nice. For those of you who don't even want to buy the 101 and support your boy, it's cool. You can support me by watching it on my channel. So I have a free version of 101 versus the paid version. I'm going to make the free version of 102 when I come back. Okay. It's just going to be a summary of what's in those, presentations. Okay. Shout out to you, Kim. I might be available coming into next year. I have no problem meeting up with people who come into Vegas. I do enjoy it. If I don't, please don't take it personal. But when I am available, I do love seeing you guys. That being said, will you be teaching the car? I will do Tarot 101 as well. I want to make that one more of an interactive adventure. And that's why I haven't really just been putting out products out there, because we've been doing this for a decade. I want to hit you guys with quality. I don't want to just put out, information you can find out for free anywhere. Like, you can learn how to do tarot for free. There's all this information. And I will have a free unpaid version of my tarot course. So when I actually put out like an actual course, it's going to be more mentorship. It's going to be something that's actually valuable, and you'll be paying more for the experience. But regardless, I'm gonna have a free version, and you shouldn't even have to pay for it. I'm gonna make sure with that free version, you know the basics. Okay. And that's gonna be my 2025 project. I've already done, and we have the membership. So for those of you who are memberships, you'll have perks to where I can post 101 and 102 on the membership. So if you don't want to, for example, if you are part of the Infinity Club membership, I might just post 102 on there. You don't even have to buy 102, But we'll think about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another membership platform and take away the YouTube one. So I'll put it there. Like when I have my own Uscreen channel or when I have my own app that you can get the videos, I'll probably put that over there. But other than that, guys, just wanted to let you know the whole focus on how I even really stream and do all this. I'm working on change. I just need the budget for it. Something like Uscreen is like $500 a month. So once I'm able to commit to that, I don't need to fundraise for it. I don't need people to donate money for that. I got that. It's just once I'm able to actually do that, then we can really move forward. That'll be when maybe I have more of a studio like setting or whatnot. But, you know, you guys are rocking with me. This is not really about the money for me. The money that I charge really is just so that this business can pay for itself so that I can keep providing this material. But for those of you who do value my service and what I do, you guys are the best. You guys are the fucking best. And I do appreciate that. So yeah, speaking of legacy, this is what Capricorn season represents every year, right? While you're still here. And this is what now relative to the year that we've gone through in breaking through Sagittarius, we are in the first part of the 3-stage completion cycle we do every year. Capricorn is the phase of accomplishments. Thank you. And then Aquarius is the phase of rewards from these accomplishments and who is in your circle. And then Pisces is the ultimate review where we get ready to do it all over again in Aries. Okay. What you'll notice about this Capricorn season is that it is like a barren wasteland after a nuclear war has been waged on it in 2008. And ever since 2008, you just see migrants and you just see, you know, victims of warfare just fleeing chaos and horror. And, you know, knowing that that chaos and horror is not going anywhere, it's at least nice to know Capricorn is finally empty. It's a barren wasteland compared to where it was 2008, where it was just so flush and filled with hope. Just like looking at any Capricorn sun before 2008 when they actually used to smile. Yeah, Capricorns used to smile genuinely. And then Pluto came through and now they're like Cancer. They cry. They actually cry now. It's crazy, like open. And they don't cry crocodile tears. Normally when they cry, it's to manipulate your feelings. They genuinely crying now. It's fucking incredible. But that's just Hades. Hey, Aquarius, you're next. And I'm just going to be honest. As soon as Pluto entered Aquarius, wild, weird shit has been happening. And we need to have this conversation. I'm going to save it for the Aquarius monthly peace report. But what the fuck is good, Aquarius? What's up, bro? Is there something you need to tell us, bro? The 0 degree, entrance into Aquarius. A CEO gets shot by a Gen Zer. AI is going crazy. People are talking about effing robots, but for real now, a alien disclosure. Aquarius, what do you need to tell us? Aquarius, I'm beginning to think you don't like us. I'm beginning to think you're judging humanity. I'm beginning to think you never liked us. And now I'm looking at Aquariuses, and the Aquarians are like, no, we never liked you. I mean, no, of course not, pieces. So do you need to tell us something? Please, please, please. You have been wilding as soon as Hades entered your sign. What's going on? I'm sorry. I know I sound a certain way, but these are our real lives. These are our real lives right here. Anyway, it is. Look at the Aquariuses like peasants. You have no idea what judgment is coming towards you. Chill, Aquarius. At least wait till we get to like 5 or 10 degrees or something. All right, like this is you have. Sorry. I do also want to mention that the reports of excess death have not lowered ever since the apocalypse cycle started in 2020. And I don't think people are putting 2 and 2 together that, the 4 horsemen, death, pestilence, war, and famine activated March 21st, 2020. And reporters are like, why do people keep dying? As if death is not one of the 4 horsemen fucking shit up in Pisces right now. I'm sorry. I've been having existential crises and I'm not even 50 yet. It's cool though, because we told them so. And whoever was wrong about you, they finna realize how to get right. That's the beautiful thing of a post I told you so tour. You get to, with your actions, show people how to get right. I do need to breathe. Because Pisces has been quiet all year, and that shit makes me feel uneasy. I ain't heard a peep from Pisces at all, and that's strange. That's strange. Okay, maybe some of you have. Normally you hear Pisces in some shit and you haven't heard shit. And knowing they have the Reaper and Poseidon in their sign, it should concern you. But that's what we'll get into with the Pisces, of course, monthly peace report. Okay. And we're going to talk about, of course, the world-ending eclipse that they're going to sponsor. All right. They're resting up before they end the world, basically. But all right. I would say all jokes aside, but none of these are jokes. I don't know if it's because I have Capricorn, right, in my chart, but it's like I am incapable of being taken serious with the Gemini. So it's not the Capricorn. I think it's the Gemini with the Cap. It's like every time that I try to be funny, nobody laughs. It's just insufferably corny. But let me actually be serious. Let me actually be a Kodak Black in a room full of football players saying that I seriously want to go back to college. Or let me be a serious Kanye West saying that I really want to run for president. Everyone's laughing. Now I have to be like, yay, like I'm not joking. That's not funny. Like, well, I don't understand that. Like every time I'm serious, people laugh. Anytime I'm trying to be funny, nobody finds it funny. But yeah, it is what it is. Can you show your chart again? Yes, I will show you my nudes right now. I know every time I am asked for my chart or I ask for your chart, I am showing my nudes. Here are my nudes. This is my nude right here. 23-degree Capricorn moon. Look at my sexiness. Look at my sexiness. Okay. And ladies, don't let weird ass men like me just get your time of birth. I feel guilty now. I almost feel like I tricked some of you to just be like, can I read your astrology chart? Whole time you showing me your nudes. I'm not these whippers. Can you show me a picture? I don't want to see a picture of your bologna meat down there. I'll touch that in person. Show me your time of birth. Run that time of birth right now, miss. I need to see your nudes. I need to see your nudes. I need to see the degree of your moon sign. That's going to let you know if I can marry. It's going to let me know if I can marry you in my head or not and pretend that we were married or some shit. Or if we have a soulmate connection, I need to see those nudes. That's it. You can keep the boob pics and the vagina pics. I don't need that. I need to see your moon sign. That'll turn me on immediately. Oh, she got Juno on her moon. She got Isis on her moon. She's wifey. What? She got Venus on her rising moon. I need to see your nudes. Period. All right, it is what it is. Sun on Chiron. Just want to see your sexy wheel. I definitely like to watch and peep. Okay, it ruined my dating life because I can't even hit on women anymore. I'm trying to know your astrology sign, not even to hit on you. I need to know your moon sign. It's crazy. Now I'm one of the girls, just like, oh, no way. It aspects your Venus? Like, oh, that's crazy. Okay, it is what it is, though. But how crazy? Let me see he said they all crazy, but how crazy? Yes, we need to know. What site is that? This website is astro.com. It is, of course, the de facto go-to for any extended charts. This is what I've been using for years. I have like two websites. I have two accounts with 2,000 charts in it because I'm really him. And I'm really like that. Shout out to the other astrologers that have thousands of charts in their astro.com account. That's it. If you want to know who's an OG astrologer, I remember the Leo King and I were talking about that. Oh, we have like 3 accounts with thousands in them. Shout out to another OG. But like, yes, you feel me? If you want to know who's legit, just ask them how many astro.com accounts they have. And if each of them don't have at least 1,000 charts, they are rookie. Tell them they still doing rookie numbers. And this was before you can get more than 1,000. So you had to take out one of the 1,000 and replace them. So I have like over 4,000. We going band for band with charts, baby. We going band for band with charts. It is what it is. If you even have one astro.com account with 1,000 charts, and I don't mean the 100, there's the 100. If you have 1,000, if you have one account with 1,000s, you're in the club. You're in the club. That gets you in the door. Your first 1,000 chart account gets you in the door. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. All right. It is what it is. We go hard out here. All right. Prepare with charts. It's on a different level. People, not everyone's on that level. You feel me? It is what it is. Okay. I have to put on my voice right now. So I do want to congratulate you for making it to this hopefully non-lethal Capricorn season. It might feel a little bit too peaceful. And don't worry, the chaos has just been postponed to Aquarius season now. So where we have this intensity in Capricorn, and then we chill out in Aquarius season, it's mildly weird. And then we do our Pisces thing. Now we get to chill out in Capricorn and then face the intensity in Aquarius and then go through a literal rabbit hole in March. And it is world ending. So there's that. Cataclysmic, hopefully not. But apocalypse means unveiling. So I think it might bring that zeitgeist feel we had in 2012. And yeah, so we're going to go over these aspects. Of course, for those of you who would like a live reading, Carrie, we got your Venmo. Lightworker Enterprises, we got your PayPal. I got both of your charts, so no need to send that. If you want, of course, a chart reading, just email me your chart if I don't already have your chart. All right. No, F that. We can go M for M. Mercury for Mercury, baby. What's your Mercury? I'm just joking. Moon for Moon. I was joking. Okay. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm racking up spirits. They racking up dough, dealing that piece on the low. Let's go. All right, so we're starting Capricorn season off with a Capricorn signature at 270 degrees of the moon to the sun. We are starting the season off, completing the previous season, okay? So we activated a new vision in Sagittarius that activated synchronization between spirit and between our bodies. All right, shout out to Hard Work 24/7. And I had a really good conversation with Tyson yesterday. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Virgos out here really doing it. Shout out to the Pisces bringing out everyone's potential. You feel me? What's really key about this is, it's putting you in a position to take the synchronization of an ascended perspective of yourself that we have quite literally every year, but with Jupiter and Gemini and Saturn and Pisces, really adjusting this perception to the totality of everything you believe in, an expanding vocabulary set that now gives you more than 10 different ways to tell someone to go F themselves. Whereas maybe before you only had like that good 2 or 3, right? Now you have like 10. Reflect on this. It took you all to get here. And now we are organizing the direction we move in that perspective. So we activated new magic, right? We harvested the true meaning of this vision and new magic. And now we're completing the harvest of God magic, goddess magic, God magic towards the utilization. How is it that you are utilizing this next level of magic? And that is what has shifted, of course, the mutable perspective into the cardinal direction, the development of your character. Now we're going to talk about, there are 4 elements of character here. Aries is the I am, Cancer is the I feel, right? If Aries is your first name, Cancer is your surname, all right? So basically, if your first name is greatest, then your last name is ever, right? And then Libra is where you take your first name and last name and then you present it publicly and you finesse people like all Libras. I mean, you balance other people like all Libras do. you present their greatest self at a nominal fee, which at the very least is their time. And then Capricorn is now the reputation after you have embarrassed yourself. So, I mean, presented yourself socially and transformed your value with others and seen how much you can expose other people. I mean, show the greatness of your talent. Boom. Now we are at I decide. This is your career. This is your public persona. Whereas Cancer is who you are when you take your makeup off. And if you have a wig, you take your wig off. Or if you have a cap because you're bald, you take your cap off, and you don't have to tuck in your dress, and you can just fart loudly and you're in the comfort of your home, even if you're homeless, right? You can go back to your homeless spot. But then the 10th house is where you go to work. If you have a panhandling spot, you go, that's your 10th house, where people now see your reputation as the homeless beggar, or people can see your reputation as the scamming ass car salesman, or people can see your reputation as the president with integrity. This is the collective measure of your value into a collective. Hence the last part of the earth, where we talked about cardinals, right? If we talk about earth, right, we have your value and money in Taurus. We have how you make this money, how you buy and sell your value, you trade your value for time, or you're part of a market in Virgo. And then you have the economy that makes money off of all of us as its slaves. Capricorn, the proverbial slave master, or the devil. I mean, the bastion of integrity, who is here to give us order so that us savages can actually do the right thing. Okay, Capricorn is so important because when I have a Libra dispute, Aries is yourself, Libra is agreements. That means it's also disagreements. That's why Libra in the 7th house is open enemies, because I'm me and you're you, and we're going to have disputes. We like everything. It's just you, for some reason, think that jelly is better than peanut butter. All right. Or you might think peanut butter is better than jelly. We can come together and put peanut butter in jelly, but when we can't come to an agreement, we need an objective Capricornian collective power that we can go settle our disputes. Okay. And this is where the cardinal signs put each other in check. At the advent that collective power is corrupt, we need Libra, the activist, filled with Aries individuals to put that in check. In the event with where society is corrupt or the individual is corrupt, we need society to put the individual in check. We need the collective to put the society in check, or people personally. And this is how we all put each other in check and convince each other that we like each other, even though we have creative ways to hate each other. And that is why, once again, I need to teach the world space racism in its true advanced form, because these other forms of racism are outdated, they're inaccurate, they're just booty. They're not really hot like that. It's just filled with bias and prejudice. And we want to teach you how to level up your bias and prejudice to one that is at least based on the stars and actually accurate. All right. You shouldn't dislike me because of the color of my skin. You should dislike me because I'm a Gemini and you're a Scorpio, and it's on sight. All right. If I know you're a water sign and you don't like me because I'm an air sign, I'm insensitive, I can respect that. That's coming from a real place. I am actually supposed to irritate you at a certain conscious level just for breathing. Sorry. So, like, you know, with that being said, this is where you want to see this Capricorn season as the preparation for world's end. Because ever since 2020, for some reason, some of you adults gave birth to real life apocalypse children. Yeah, they're like 4 years old right now, still wondering how to navigate the world that they're going to bring an end to. And you brought them into this world. And now, post 2023, some of you have given birth to these Pluto Aqua babies. It's too late. You did it. You did it. You said, I was in love, so I created a world-ending baby with my partner. And, you know, now that they've been in the terrible twos and your rose-tinted glasses are fading and you're like, what monster did I bring into this world? that talks back to me with their iPad at 4 years old, thinking they know everything and they kind of know more a little bit because they have ChatGPT. You brought them into this world. And we don't even have much time. These kids are going to be 28 one day, and then it's over. And then it's over. How do we explain this to people who don't know astrology? Just say they gave birth to apocalypse babies and they have less than 30 years to settle their affairs because their kids are going to be in their teens. And you know how we were in our teens? Do you know how you were in your teens? These kids are not the same. They're not. But this isn't about these apocalypse world-ending babies. This is the fact that we have to prepare, okay? Because once we step into 2025, the next era is here. As soon as we get to July and Uranus sneak peeks into Gemini and this new rollout of technology comes through. So you have the next 30 days while the sun is in Capricorn to say your prayer. To settle your affairs and to organize your life because you spent this entire year leveling up over the past 3 years. Now, to make sense of that, 2022, 2023, and 2024, we had Jupiter in Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. That is the first phase of the 4-phase evolution cycle that last time we did 2010, 2011. So relative to this nature of activation, we've activated Jupiter Aries in 2023 April. We've activated Jupiter Taurus May of 2024. You know the universe hates on Gemini just like you guys. So Gemini somehow didn't get an activation, but Cancer is going to get an activation. You see how Gemini just gets skipped through the selection process, but it's cool because Gemini leveled up all year and now Kendrick's performing at the Super Bowl and Trump is going to get inaugurated in January. So you really can't defeat us, but it's cool. Gemini has leveled up. So this represents your identity leveling up, your value and your mindset. The next 3 years, 2025, 2026, 2027, is going to be the integration of this evolution cycle. So now that we've activated who we are, and Jupiter has leveled up your ability to talk shit about who you are, now we get to feel into the superpowers. Cancer, Leo, and Virgo is metahuman ability, all right? Aries, Taurus, and Gemini is natural, raw, and enlightenment. Raw with Aries, natural connoisseur with Taurus, and enlightenment out of Plato's cave in Gemini. Everything moving forward is now metahuman. We've already awakened the supernatural, but it's going to integrate a deeper layer of this evolution process where we're going to begin to put together the blocks we've activated about who we are, okay? And Uranus is going to get ready to finish its innovation activation series that it started 2010 to 2018 in Aries, 2018 to 2025 in Taurus, and now 2025 coming into 2031, 2032 in Gemini. Congratulations. With that being said, what we're going to keep in mind is that the North Node is going to finish out of Aries. It won't go into Pisces until like Pisces season or late Aquarius, but that's the first important thing about this transit. The 270-degree square that we have to the North Node in Aries. And to give you insight on that, well, let's just go back 6 months where we were initially integrating this. So we had, of course, 3 months prior, for the first time, actually activated this eclipse. Why is that significant? Because 6 months before that, we had just started the eclipse series in Libra. That adjusted the direction. We unlocked this authenticity. And coming into April, you have, of course, effectively activated this personal mission. We've been using the analogy of running track. So after you have done that, right? Okay. Hilarious. I'm just gonna make up Mercury retrograde, but we don't even need to look into that. We don't even need to look at that. But what's interesting here is this is where you activated your personal mission. This is a mission only you could do. God pulled you to the side like, hey, my child, I need you to do this for me. Only you can do it. Okay. For the purpose of this analogy, this is where you joined the track team. All right. And after tryouts in Gemini season, boom shakalaka, you began to integrate. I said boom shakalaka. You began to integrate your destiny, the seeds you planted in April, broke through the ground. So I want you to think about, where were you during this period as you were beginning to understand a deeper level of who you are relative to this. Okay, let's not tolerate Taurus slander, blue flame. Let's have sympathy. I'm not trying to like defend celebrities here, but they are real people. I feel like the whole cancel culture around Jay-Z, and look, I'm not the biggest fan of what Rock Nation has done too, but let's just be a bit more compassionate, because what they do to celebs, they can come and do to us too. You know what I mean? I was leveling up. Blue Flame, I'm not gonna stop you from doing the Aries thing. Like, you go off. But you know, I just have some more compassion. Like, I don't want to make it seem like we just out here hating on everybody. Where were you coming into July where we had that square with the sun and the North Node? Because this is where the seeds broke through the ground that you planted, and you started to, I'll never forget Astro. Oh my God. I'll never you're coming into really integrate. This is where you began to integrate this destiny mission. So this was after tryouts, and this is where you're starting to feel who you are as a track runner. But this was before you went on your first track meet. Okay. Of course. Of course. Of course. I thought my laundry was laundering, but I didn't do that. All right. So the reason why I wanted to really express this is because in October, that's where, after Leo, our first track meet, we went into the first regionals in Libra, and you went to the playoffs. Okay. Virgo season, you practiced whatever event it is you chose in Gemini season, and you perfected. Then from Libra, Scorpio, and Sag, you were in the playoffs, baby. You were telling them so. You told people, I'm going to be a track star. Believe it. All right. Seriously. And now, relative to then, check it out. Wow. Boom. We have now reached completion. This is the 270 degree to that North Node, where we are effectively completed. So you see how I showed you how to track the cycle, right, relative to the nodes. So you can see the story that was unfolding. Capricorn was the championship. Capricorn is now, did you come in the first place, second place, or third place? It's that accomplishment. Then in the 11th house in Aquarius, if you get to chill with the winners, like, yeah, you're a winner. Or if you lose, then you get to be called a loser. You're a loser. And that's all part of the process, okay? You get to really achieve the rewards that come with being first place, second place, third place. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying? The Pisces, we get to review, and that kind of shifts around how we're going to approach the next chapter. But the next chapter is the end of the world. I mean, the changing of all our beliefs. Yeah, the North Node is going to go into Pisces on Neptune. And if that doesn't terrify you, since we've never had an aspect like that since the 1800s, I honestly don't know what else will. Because like Aquarius is waking up, Pisces is getting ready to wake up. Those are two diabolical ass signs that should never be waking up in any circumstance. Yes, it's going to wake up humanity, but have you seen humanity? Humanity's crazier than it's ever been. So, I mean, that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but shit, okay? I just thought I would say, you have this range. I have this range that I like to work with. Whenever I see news stories of people that, everyone's always going to present a pressing news issue as concerning, right? And so you find out that you have a nothing burger. Most stories are just nothing burgers. They're presented as serious, but if no one knew, it wouldn't change anything. Then you have nothing burger to not that serious. Then we have not that serious to mid. Then we have mid to actually concerning, right? Like maybe, he was grooming somebody, he forcefully forced somebody. And then we have diabolical. Diabolical is, okay, we all know this is evil, okay? So if we were to place the zodiac on this scale, each of the zodiac can range to a certain place. You feel me? Like Scorpio and Capricorn are usually going to edge out the diabolical range. Like they can go from concerning to absolutely outright diabolical, where we're going to see Capricorn at the edge and the pinnacle of diabolicalness. Aquarius and Pisces exist beyond the diabolical range. So I don't know why some of y'all, I can see why some of y'all date them. I get it. They can be irresistible, but you need to remember that they're diabolical. See, I'm teaching people to treat Sagittarius the way you would treat a wild beast. Okay. Like people be forgetting Leo is a lion, and like, you wouldn't just stick your head out in front of a lion. They will eat you. But some of you will get down on one knee and give your whole heart to a Leo who, it's probably going to cheat on you. Or maybe not. If they're a loyal Leo, you can find a loyal lion. And then Sagittarius is definitely going to cheat on you, unless they're a loyal Sagittarius. Okay. But like, you have to understand, if you were in front of a jaguar, you would not just be chilling. And if you're an Aquarius, you're an alien. You don't count. You're an alien. You don't count. I don't hear no Aquarius and Pisces. You're not even human. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, so with that being said, this is the difference between Pisces and Sag. Okay, it's going to be a field guide that I do. If you don't know someone's sign, right, and they tell you, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, right, then you have 5 to 9 seconds. Similar to how if you were running away from a jaguar, the jaguar is going to catch up to you. So you're at the jaguar's mercy. If it just decides, oh, that's a punk, I'm not going to chase after it, you've left with your life. You have to kind of show you're bigger than them, just like fighting with the Sag, but you don't have to actually fight because they love to fight. They're wild as fuck. But the difference between them and Pisces is, at least with Sag, you still have a narrow chance for escape. It's a small percentage, right? But like, you can still escape with your life. Pisces, it may already be over. If you're, hey, when's your birthday? Oh, I was born in like March or February. It might already be over for you. There's no escape. It might already be over. And you just have to accept that. That's the whole lesson of surrender with Pisces. It could already be done. And there's nothing you can do. All right. There is, you have less than like a picosecond's length. Like the time you have to react is less than your brain can process. So it's already, and you're really at their mercy. Okay. So this is why I need to teach this to the world, because some people are out here, and Pisces is beyond diabolical, yo. Like your dream, they'll make your dreams come true. It's a wrap if you're with someone who can make your dreams come true. And you get so caught up in the first fish. See, when you deal with Pisces and your dreams start coming true, that's when you need to run away. But everything you ever wanted is happening, and you don't know the Pisces is just like, you like that? And like, it's too late. And I can't be hypocritical. You know what I mean? Like, It's everything you want. But then the other fish comes out, and you'll never know when the other fish comes out, and it's just too late for you. Even if the Pisces is wholesome, like the Pisces could be a good person, they're not conscious of the other fish. They could be the most beautiful, good person. Bad stuff is going to happen to you around them because the other fish is wilding out and they don't even have to be conscious of it. Is this what you want for real? And that's why when you get with Pisces and your dreams start coming true, you have like less than 10 minutes to run away. Because once you enjoy that, it's over. At least Aquarius is cool. At least Aquarius will let you know, oh, I could have killed you 5 times over the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I seen you last night out in the club. I just wanted to come see you face to face in person. That's why I love Aquarius. Aquarius is cool. Aquarius is like, oh, dude, I could have murked you like 3 times ago. And at least they'll let you know. All right. Pisces, you never really know. And they're going to play delusional. And that's why Capricorn is really the little bit of organization and structure before this really gets weirder. Because stuff has already gotten weird. Okay, once we step into January 21st, my friends, and we go over this Sun Pluto, things are going to get weird at a level that you've never, ever experienced. It's a new precedent for how desensitized humanity is and how much weirder. All right, before shit got weird was 2021. Before shit got weirder is this 2025. Okay, and after this date right here, after this January 21st date that I know you're seeing 20th for some reason, things will never, ever, ever, ever be the same ever again. Okay, this is preparation for the world as we know it ending. Okay, and it is what it is. And it is what it is. So you have the last 30 days to enjoy whatever fragile sense of normalcy that we already really didn't have. Renee, welcome to the Eternal Vibe Tribe. We are glad to have you. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. And good luck for real. And good luck for real. Okay, for real. Pisces will be like, hey, you should have known. You should have known. And they kind of right. That's why you have to be very careful with Pisces. But they're really good with karmic law because the rules, some of the rules don't apply to them. And doesn't that sound weird as hell that I'm talking to you about this? I swear to God, this is how it is. But then again, I say, I swear to God, a lot of things. That being said, y'all, and I probably shouldn't say that. But yes, okay, so we're starting Capricorn off with the Capricorn signature. This is applying this new vision and magic of our life towards the direction that we organize around our legacy, what we are accomplishing. Okay, I know we're starting the year off, right? See, I don't think it can get any weirder. That's what I thought until at 0 degrees Aquarius, a Gen Z builder of the new world born in 98 shot a CEO with 3 shell casings. And now you have lookalike contests and people saying, free him. Maybe he should be freed. I'm not for or against him or what he did, but just the public response is letting you know we're entering a whole new era of weird, okay? And not all weird is bad, but it is only just begun, my friend. Okay, the 2021-2023 was a beta test and sneak peek with Saturn in Aquarius. And when Saturn went 0 degrees Aquarius, we were locked down and they were fact checking everything we said on social media like it was normal. So weird. Anyway, other than that, guys, this completion phase for Capricorn season is you coming into accomplishments since April of this year. That's how you have to see it. We're starting the year off bringing in the accomplishments. And then this moon in Libra right here is starting the Capricorn season, completing the cycle we did in Sag. So the first quarter, right, is completing the Sag season. Now, Kim asked one of the most important questions. Is some supernatural shit going on? That is the most important thing about this next 20-year era. It is reintegrating the supernatural in the mundane. It is wrapping new vocabulary and research institutions around the supernatural. A lot of what we consider magic and the supernatural, or Aquarius and Pisces, the supernatural magic, is shrouded in mystery. Now updated with just more technology and the ability to see beyond mystery, a lot of what was shrouded in mystery will no longer be a mystery. It will no longer really be magic. It'll just be science. And this is what's going to make sense of the supernatural that you're experiencing while it's still being beyond the natural. Okay. So really important question. This is going to awaken this. It's always some supernatural shit going on, but this is going to awaken more of your ability to make sense of it. And that's what makes Capricorn going to apply the synchronicities you've seen all year. So Sagittarius season, what's an important diagnostic checkup? I want you to comment, and of course this is vague, so I'm sure everyone's going to comment this, but I want you to comment supernatural if the nature of synchronicities you have seen have been on a higher level than you have seen your whole life. I'm going to make the claim that the last 30 days worth of synchronicities was not only cumulative, that brought into perspective everything you've been unveiling to yourself, but you have seen in greater frequency than you've seen quite literally your whole life. And the reason why I'm asking you this question, guys, for all of you who are saying supernatural, right? First of all, there doesn't have to be an objective nature to these synchronicities. Synchronicities, by their very core, are subjective. So we're delusional when we start to try and make objective decisions because of our personal synchronicities. But the subjectivity of synchronicities are still supernatural, despite them lacking a sense of objectivity. And the whole thing about synchronicities is when your inner subjective world connects with the objectivity external to you, even though there's nothing external to you. Okay. So the reason for every single one of you who have said supernatural, your apotheosis process has been completed. And now Capricorn season is going to prepare you for the world's end, where you're going to apply the synchronization process to actions that will continue to unlock now the completion of your own original power. Because this personal destiny and mission, now that you have completed this meet and you've placed, this was your first year being a track star and you've placed at the regionals, you have great potential. And this is going to change the way you believe in everything. Now you're going to complete what this original power, there is an original power that you are completing, unlocking right now, literally right now. And this is what you're going to control, organize, and utilize all Capricorn season. Because once we step into this next era, it's going to now unveil everything that God has prepared you to step into. You have skills, abilities, techniques, messages that may not have resonated in this world because it was meant for the next world. And we could take that abstract to where the whole basis of you living is to build treasures in heaven. The devil traps you with materialism, where it's okay to be rich. It's okay to live in luxury. It's not okay to put that material business above your spirit. When you're brainwashed to believe that that's delusional and all that matters is matter, that's a lie from Satan. That's I'm not even gonna say Satanism, because Satanism is more, thou will be done. The whole purpose of the devil is getting trapped in materialism. There's nothing wrong with flexing and enjoying your money, but to the extent to where you can't give away that money, or you put that money over God, you put that money over your spirit, you're chained to it. Now I can't say what I want to say. I can't do what I want to do because I don't want to lose this job. And there's nothing wrong with maintaining agreements, but to the extent where you can't be yourself because you're afraid of losing materials, bro, you lost the plot. That's why it's hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven, because you've been brainwashed. Some people have been brainwashed to believe that, oh, there's nothing, you only live once, there's nothing after this life. I have counseled lords of the afterlife. I have given a reading to a goddess of the underworld. So like soul reapers, like Elisha and I, we know there's a life after this life. We govern souls. So we know that, yeah, we can be as rich as we want here, but there's a life beyond this, that everything we have here, we're not taking with us. And this illusion of a legacy you leave behind, I'll refer you to Mike Tyson. It's important up to a certain extent, not to the point where it drives you. You're supposed to drive it. So that's what's practiced with Libra, balance. You want to walk that tightrope. All right. I'm not trying to say the other end of it, which is equally as obnoxious, is if you charge for your services, you're not spiritual. It's not spiritual to be rich. No, it's spiritual is just breathing, right? But, you know, you make the money. It's the soul that makes value. So when you die, it's the soul that goes with you. You don't take your nationality, ethnicity, race. You don't take any of that shit with you. Those are things you've had. So how do we make practical sense of a concept like this, where Neptune's going to go into Aries and we're going to dissolve a lot of these beliefs? This is what you're going to utilize. Through the I told you so, I'm going to use myself as an example. Grown adults have been unable to accept that the work I do is actually the truth, is actually the Lord's work. That in a field full of frauds that people have negative testimonials about, you guys and everyone else who I've served has nothing but positive things to say, because I represent the archetype of light workers, of people who actually have integrity doing this. So because that goes against what they've believed, because that goes against false accusations they made, their inability to accept that they were wrong about me will have them just flail about that I'm a fraud, I'm a con man. How am I a con man when there's not a single person I have ever scammed, and there's not a single person you can find that say I've stolen their money? This is called denial. So now that we are past the I told you so part 1 and 2, you're going to be dealing with losers who hit you with straight denial. Just like I've given you my example with astrology, you could be a car mechanic, you could be a teacher. I'm 5 stars, maybe I'm a 5-star general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That shit is not easy because I really do this. And it's not about the money for me. Like, we really doing good work out here. So you could be a car mechanic, a teacher, and you're going through the same thing where people are looking at innovative natures of the way you're innovating your industry, and they want to hate on you for it because it goes against established tradition. It goes against the status quo, which is what makes you a villain. But not every villain is evil, okay? Sometimes not every hero that fights for a status quo is good. You could have been a hero for Nazi Germany, where the status quo there was burning Jews, right? So a villain in that period of time would be someone who was trying to free Holocaust survivors. It depends on the narrative. You feel me? So, and to be fair to Drake, Drake is a phenomenal writer. Drake has written for some of your favorite artists, and he writes some of his stuff too. But I do appreciate that. I would rather say I'm the Ye of astrology, but I don't mind a Drake comparison. I'm cool with that too. It is what it is. That being said, how do I say this? Hold on. I'm gonna just throw a random name out there. Deborah Silverman does not care about Gemini people. I'm gonna be the Ye of astrology. I just wanted the K dot of astrology. I just wanted to say, shout out to Thunderbird. I just had to throw out a random astrologer. But yeah, that being said, you feel me? Or a random known astrologer. That being said, yeah, Kanye told you he's a 38-year-old, 8-year-old with rich N-word problems, rich nigga problems. And that's because Gemini is a childlike vibration. Our age spans from like 7 to 9, like 5 to 9. So we're going to be smart, but we're going to be childish or childlike. But it is what it is. Libra is a much more mature air sign. They're like 35 to 44. And then Aquarius is like 60 to 70, these old wizard geezers that just know everything. So with that being said, we love you, Aquarius. I respect you. No, don't get it twisted. So with that being said, whew, I gotta be careful. I think what's very significant is, you know, moving forward, this whole notion of how it is, appreciate you, JPX, we are dissolving ego identification. That's going to be the next movement with Neptune and Aries, that people individually come to their own consensus of that who they are is not what they have. You're not your ethnicity, nationality. They're beautiful aspects of what you have, but what you are transcends that. How do you make sense of that, though, without sounding woo-woo spiritual? Welcome to Capricorn season, where now you are completing the unlocking of original power. You're entering into the supernatural of Pluto Aquarius. And that's really what we're going to stand to see through this. You know what I mean? We're going to see Venus continuous opposition with Mars, getting ready to go into Pisces. We're going to see Jupiter finishing off its retrograde throughout the rest of this completion arc. And we're going to see the North Node go into Pisces. Beautiful. Mercury is, of course, going to move direct. So that's really the most important part. And now the first part of this is a week, the next week ahead, where we're going to have, of course, the completion of this phase to the activation of power, okay, God power. So we have 4 power activations a year: individual power in Aries, individual psychic power in Cancer, April, July, social superpowers in October, and collective, aka universal God power, in December. Okay, so this week is concluding the previous Sagittarius cycle. We're converting the perspective into action. We are understanding the social context of where it's balanced versus the wisdom of who belongs around us, because we're psychoanalyzing who is with the BS and we're kicking them out, but we're also innovating how creatively we can manifest with these right people. The moon in Scorpio is, of course, going to align to Saturn and Neptune, which will strengthen the wisdom around this belief system that we are mastering, okay? We're going to transcend this old previous vision that we've synchronized through the new moon in Sagittarius, all right? And that's going to release an old vision, because now we're utilizing this next level of our beingness. And then, of course, we activate this new cycle of power. So by the time we come into the end of December and we are activating this new integrity, we are now effectively pushing forward, Chester Cheeto, I fuck with Cheetos, of course, the integrity of the final facet of our characters. It's first stage completion. So unlike new moon in Sag, which activated the climax of the harvest, now we're activating the first stage of completion. New moon Aquarius is second stage. New moon Pisces with the eclipse is going to be third stage. Now let's look at the lineup for the series of activations we're going to have and why this 2025 is going to be major. All right, we're not missing it's one of those years where we don't miss a beat at any point of the year. So we're activating this new power, right? Then we're going to activate this brand new awakening of a new era, which will wrap our minds around Sun Pluto. We're going to have the new moon on Sun Pluto. Then we're going to have the world-ending eclipse with Saturn and Neptune. This is just the type of year. This is how the year starts. Remember how last year, 2024, the first 3 months were ridiculous? That's going to pale in comparison to this year. Okay, by this point, Kendrick has performed at the Super Bowl and President Trump has been sworn in, my friend. Okay, like look at this. Look at this new moon in Aquarius. This is a new era of 20 years. This is a new precedent being defined here. All right, so once we step into this new moon in Capricorn, this is what's going to not only have you direct where it is you are controlling this. What you have to really keep in mind is that the week of now coming into then is completing the supernatural powers you have leveled up so that you can activate utilization of it coming into this new moon in Capricorn, which we do every year. It's just now we finished Pluto awakening our body, and now Pluto in Aquarius is awakening the force of our minds. This is now the classical nature of the force, as we've seen in Star Wars, Ki in Dragon Ball Z. It's now going to have you take advantage of latent energy within your body so that you can actually break through and complete where you take this and develop more of your legacy and yada, yada, yada. So the week after that, of course, we are going to have now from moon in Cap to moon in Aries. This 16-degree point is 90 degrees to the minute, 1655, 2356 universal time. All right. This is where we're going. The seeds that we planted in the new moon are going to break through the ground. You're going to adjust the comfort zone around the authentic understanding of who you are relative to this new integrity and higher power. What is the inner identity of this higher power? And that's why Capricorn, when they go home, they turn into Aries. They start to be the ratchet savages Aries are born to be. But of course, when they're in their public domain, the CEO of Starbucks cannot start saying, fuck you, bitch, I hate you. But when they go home, they could be, oh my God, I told that bitch not to say that at this meeting today. Like a lot of people don't know that about Capricorn. But it's cool. It's cool. That's why they feel at home with Aries, just not in public. In public, they want to be seen with Libra because that's their 10th house. That's the professional relationship. In Aries, they cursing just like Aries. And at home, they cursing just like Aries. So why this is very unique and significant, I think, is that as this unlocks the final part of this North Node in Aries, it's going to adjust everything that's happening currently, of course, with the moon in Libra. In 2 weeks from now, this social balanced understanding of where we're completing this new perspective is going to be an authentic understanding of where we direct the awakening of this power. All right, the activation really of this power. So let's recap that. We're going to have, of course, and when we do the new moon in Capricorn, we'll go more into this, but we're going to manifest the supernatural, knowledgeable quality of what this God power is, tied to completing the unlocking of your original power. This is the final stage. Then, of course, after Venus makes love with the moon and kisses it, they're both going to go into Pisces. Things are going to get uber strange. We're going to tie in the understanding of the totality of the integrity of our beliefs relative to the perspective of where we believe we should take this activation of power. Then, of course, we're going to get super delusional with Neptune. And then we're going to break through and unlock, rather, the seeds breaking through the ground and integrate. We're going to begin to integrate and bring together all the themes we've activated through the new moon. Then, of course, the moon's going to go into natural, smooth Taurus, and it's going to innovate how unconventionally we can manifest these stacks and integrate the natural creativity of God-level power. We're going to be organizing our goals and our lives. And then, of course, the moon in Gemini is going to integrate the evolution of our thought process around how we multitask and think about how we integrate this power. Then the moon is going to be in emotional as Cancer, which is emotional for our own good. And that's just me being nice. And we're going to, with the Mars retrograde, really readjust and shift how we feel about where we're going to move. And let me give you an idea of what that's going to feel like. A lot of you are going to be brand new because with the moon that's retrograding on Mars retrograde, we are going to get ready to awaken in a week, this Pluto Sun activation. And once we reach 2 weeks from here, you're harvesting God power that is unlocking original facets of you, sparing back all the lifetimes you've ever had, or if you don't believe in past lives, early childhood. Latent abilities that you didn't really tap into in your early childhood that resurrect, right? And what is very significant about that is, of course, by the time you begin to harvest the individual feeling of now how you're utilizing this power, the psychic God power, right? This is going to assertively, with Mars and square the Chiron and Lilith, shift how much more potent you feel about what you can do. Mind you, you're not the track star who believed he was a track star or she was a track star, but you didn't place at the regionals. You didn't even take the regionals yet. Now you've already placed, right? You have your first medal trophy, and now you're like, I'm not you other track runners. Like, I have a gold medal. And you're letting it get to your head, because life is too short to not let things get to your head so that you can regret being cocky later. Okay, this is your first track meet. This isn't just your say, all right, you still haven't ran your track meet. It's okay if you let this get to you a little bit. All right. And, this is going to bring a fierceness where you're not going to compromise insincerely on those who don't get with the program, on those who don't know where you're taking things. You feel me? Okay. I don't know where that accent came from. But personally, now the moon is going to go into Leo after this full moon. It's going to oppose Pluto, and we're going to begin to transform the social integration. That's what I want to show you. The integration is all individual. Then we have the full moon and the final individual. And then these three social signs are where we're harvesting the completion of this Capricorn on stage, where you're showing people your medal, and it's transforming the integrity with which you go about things. Then, of course, we have the crystallization of the details, right? The full facts, the full understanding of facts, and where we harvest the philosophical meaning of this analysis to direct where we go. This is, of course, the once in a month moon in Virgo aspect that's going to call bullshit on everyone that's been speculating what they think has been happening, but they don't have the details of. All right. For example, I'm not following this whole Travis Hunter with the girlfriend thing, but it's just another example of how much people hate to see someone happy. I do get the people showing him advice about him getting ready to marry somebody at that young age, which I think is wise to give someone that advice. But this is what I'm talking about. There's no Virgo in the sky, bro, right? So you have Sagittarius, you have Pisces, you have Gemini, you have people sharing ideas off of old videos of these people. And the details are not being brought up. I'm using this as an example. So when people saw his girlfriend saying, oh, why are we still here? One, she never really said that. When the Virgo came through, she never really said that. People miscontextualized what she was saying. People miscontextualized why she said he wasn't her type. They just saw the video clip of her saying, oh, he's not my type. And we know what she meant when she said that, right? But let's give the benefit of the doubt here, because realistically, we didn't know what she really meant. Whether she's changing the story now to save face, it doesn't change the fact that people just kind of judged off of that one clip. And that's what everyone's doing. They did it with Jay-Z, where they felt like the accusation was real, and then you started to see. And now the deep Pisces delusion is, well, all the truth will come out regardless. And it's cool to believe that, but you have no facts. Nobody is saying this based off of facts. And the reason why I take stuff like this serious is it's easy to point the finger at the celebrity we don't like. What if that happened to you? If it happened to you where people are so obsessive and miscontextualizing facts, you would want people to get their shit straight. So think about that before you believe something about someone that you don't have facts for. A lot of people believe stuff just because it sounds like it makes sense, but there is no evidence for. There's no actual facts for. Now, if it's in the context of a rap battle where I said, if you take it there, I'm taking it further, and you took it there, and so I took it further and I took advantage of maybe a lack of fact, that's different. We can deal with whatever happens after the battle. But there's a lot of stuff that's not just battle rap stuff. These are real people's lives here. Okay? So I don't care about this whole Travis Hunter girlfriend thing, but it is a popular topic, and I wanted to talk about it because when the moon goes into Virgo, this is where Virgo fact checks all the people who've been capping and just making shit up. And that's what's going to happen again as we get into the end of Capricorn. And then, of course, we're going to start Aquarius season off with terrorizing activity. because this is just scary. No matter how you look at it, it's the beginning of Aquarians awakening all around the world. And that can be nothing but terrifying. I don't care what anybody has to say. It's nothing but terrifying. Okay. That being said, shout out to Aquarians who are awakening. I think that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my two-faced Gemini coming through. Aquarians are awakening. And then to Aquarius, congratulations, Aquarius. Congrats. Oh my God. Everyone crashing out in December for sure. All right. Like, a lot of people don't understand is that, yes, shout out to Shauna. I don't know if she's still in Vegas, but we still do talk. She's still amazing. She's on Instagram if you can find her. But like, yeah, basically, a lot of people don't understand that Pluto Sagittarius is a whole generation of crash outs. So like when you saw what happened with Luigi, a lot of you guys are just looking at Luigi. I'm not looking at Mr. Mangione with Saturn and Taurus. I'm looking at the generation he represents. And they're finally coming of age. A lot of these Pluto Sages are genius as fuck. They have Neptune and Uranus and Aquarius. So like, that's an entire generation of crash outs born from 95 to 2008. And he just sparked the idea, basically, that they're all crashing out. They're all crashing. If Luigi crashes out, the rest of his generation is ready to crash out. So I just saw this as the beginning of the end. Now, when I say the beginning of the end, I mean it's the actual beginning of this end phase. Okay. That being said, now we're kind of at the end phase of the end. But keep that in mind, because now that Pluto in Aquarius is going to sextile the crash out generation, Pluto Sages, they're going to start to awaken Autobot aim or aimbot and this sense of nigh omniscience, all right, which is terrifying. But it is what it is. That being said, that's really the gist of what we have for, you know what I'm saying, Capricorn season. Now, Pluto Scorpios, you guys are going to be Gen Z. Sorry, you guys are going to be Gen X in the 2010s, okay? So if you look at Generation X and Pluto Libra before 2008 versus if you look at Gen X after 2023, it's night and day. Like before 2008, Gen Xers were happy about life. Like, yeah, I'm happy to be alive. We make a difference in this world. And now if you look at them now that Pluto's out of Capricorn, oh my God, fuck the boomers, fuck the millennials. Like, oh, we had to carry everything. It's bad. They look like a former shell of themselves. It's really bad. In fact, if you are a Pluto Libra, you might need, like, hopefully there's compensation for you. Okay. So if you're born in 82 to like 87, you have to understand that the rest of us born in the 90s, we're looking at you with our popcorn like, hey, whatever happens to you is finna happen to us. So what Gen X went through, we're finally going through. And it's starting from 82 and 83. They're on the chopping block. And we're looking frantically like, please, please, please don't be fucked up. Because if it's fucked up for y'all, it's gonna be fucked up for us. Especially by the time you get to 91 and 92 with Saturn and Aquarius, that shit ain't gonna be pretty. Okay. Okay. So it is what it is. Capricorn season is going to bring the transition of Venus onto Saturn. We're going to set up the preparation for this world-ending Sun Pluto that's going to bring in a whole new 20-year era. And shout out to Ancient Rose. It's definitely going to put you in a position to prepare to complete what you activated since April. We are going to have the trine, of course, to Uranus. I do be skipping over very important transits. This trine to Uranus is going to make a Sagittarius signature that initially conjuncted with Jupiter. If you remember, like I was speaking, why is that significant? If we go back to 6 months ago, we will see accordingly. This is around the period where we had one of the most iconic Jupiter evolutions ever. Okay, so the conjunction we had that activated one of the final levels of innovating our natural five senses and how much money we can make with crypto and other such, innovative securities, right? Now we are going to see tangibly and practically the meaning of all this relative to what we do with that. Virgo was where we began to integrate how creatively, how in the market we can add to this and diversify our bonds. And now, Capricorn coming into, of course, the completion of the square where we're going to have Mercury come back is going to really harvest this completion of this innovation. Uranus will be direct. Okay. We're also going to have that quincunx to Jupiter that's going to transform how we practically apply this evolution of our mindset. And of course, we're going to have this completion aspect to Neptune, where with Saturn and Neptune, this 300-degree angle is going to bring to a close the initial promise we had March of last year, where we initially conjuncted and signed these contracts. So this is the rewards of the integrity that comes to you keeping to the integrity of your beliefs. Okay. So that's really what we have to look forward to. Capricorn season is, of course, going to be incredible, but just not having Pluto terrorize you guys, challenge you guys and awakening all sorts of intensity and calling it character development, because thank you. Now we get to breathe and, new levels, new devils. So they didn't go anywhere, it just leveled up, but you leveled up. And that's what's going to be plainly evident as we effectively complete this. And our hearts sign a new contract with Saturn in Pisces, like we did last year. But now with the world-ending eclipse, that will probably bring us into World War III and quite possibly extinction and nuclear holocaust. But hey, at least we do have the opportunity to get together and resolve all our world differences and get along in less than 3 months, because that's totally going to happen. At least we can believe it. At least we can hold space and believe that that is possible. We have narrowly averted disaster many times in the past, and maybe we can again. Please, I did not make it to my 30s so that we can be bombed into oblivion because of older people who want to handle our affairs. This could be the generation of children who decide we're not going to fight in war. So if you guys kind of save the world by doing that, that'll be cool. It's not that simple, of course, but you'd be surprised. All right. Hey, I've believed bigger lies. You and me both. All right. So we're going to do the live readings. We do have, of course, Carrie, Tribe Yoga and Wellness. I'm assuming... okay, Coletta, beautiful. I got your chart. Thank you for sending me your nudes. And yeah, we got 3 people on deck. If you're watching me on Instagram and you would like a live reading, you can email me your chart at thepeacedealer@gmail.com and you can join the queue. For those of you who would like to catch the replay to this monthly peace report, it is a YouTube exclusive. So you are welcome to join, of course, the Infinity Club, all right, in order to capture the replay. And here's the announcement that I did want to make effectively. Okay, that's why. It's because I'm logged in. Basically, if you can see... All right. So for those of you who want to chat a little bit extra, I'm going to be available maybe around 5 or closer to 5:15. But what you're going to see when I'm available is this chat session, right? Whenever the video and audio is available, you'll see it there. And the price will be $3.99 a minute. But basically, if you guys want to chat with me for 99 cents a minute, just kind of ask any questions really quick, I will be available maybe for like a couple hours for the rest of the day. I'm going to move forward with this heavy 2025 when I get back into town, because I'm leaving town on Wednesday. But to try it out, to see what's up. If you guys want to do that, I'm going to come off of availability when I go off of live, but around like another hour, I'll go back on available. Feel free to come through. And of course, now when I make the announcement, if you're an Infinity Club member, 99 cents a minute for video chat and audio is available for you. You can catch me when I'm not available, or you can catch me when I'm available. Just shoot me an email so I'll know exactly when to do that for you, and we could do that. No rush. This is like really whenever. And yeah, that being said, let's us now, of course, do the live readings. Oh, no way. So no. Okay, so first we do have Lady Carrie. Okay, Carrie, we know that you are, of course, Cancer rising. We know you're the exalted one, Aries, the angelic Aries, the true warrior, right? I think what's once again really amazing about this is that as a Cancer rising, relative to July, where you have reactivated this feeling of yourself, now you're harvesting it accordingly in, of course, Capricorn season. Capricorn season is going to represent every year where you're taking the magnanimity of how awesome you are and you're sharing it with other people. You're directing a new level of partnerships with other people. And I think what's very significant regarding that, thank you, Cuddle Wing Dragon, is that with Jupiter coming out your 12th, it has evolved your soul in Gemini. And this is that transition year where coming into next year, June, we're going to see Jupiter conjunct the sun in Cancer in your first house. So just like this was chapter 1 for Gemini risings and late Taurus risings, it's going to be chapter 1 for you next year. Chapter 1 since 2013. Congratulations, Carrie. So that's where this could have feel like you're releasing on. That's why I love that you moved into a new home this Cancer season. And now you're releasing the issues you're having with the Gemini in that 12th house, right? You're releasing this old perspective of the last 12 years of your life. And Capricorn is going to transform what you believe about that relative to who you move forward with this season. The new moon that we're going to have in your 7th house is a new cycle of partnerships. But the new moon this year versus next year, where Jupiter is going to be in your first, and you're really kicking off this new cycle, is going to really show how you're moving forward a closure of how you think about people you're going to be around versus next year when you are evolving this next stage of yourself that is well settled into this new community that has overcome the whatever, legal, arrangements you're going to obviously win, right? So that's really how I want you to see it. Of course, there could be people projecting stuff. That doesn't work on both of us. It doesn't work on me. It doesn't work on you. People are just mad because they can't manipulate you or influence you with their stupid opinions. And, we're glad because of it. We see that from Aries to Gemini. Now, of course, as an Aries sun, Capricorn is 270 degrees. So this is you being married with success. This is you being aware of what partners bring you to the top, who you bring to the top, who you're achieving this success with coming into Aquarius season, which will transform a new era of who you trust dealing with your resources. So this is definitely going to be really amazing regarding that. The North Node is going to get ready to come out your 10th house, go into the 9th house, coming into Pisces, which will shift your philosophical approach and unlock how psychic you've always been. So that's really the focus of Capricorn season. Relative to this year, I do want to once again emphasize Jupiter coming out your 12th house is going to really impact your awareness of your partnerships and how you have grown so much, how your spiritual beliefs are transforming because of how much space you hold and how much more powerful you are with other people. That's going to now prepare you for next year, where you're starting a new cycle of partnerships while you're evolving into a new cycle yourself, versus this year where you're closing out previous cycles. Okay. Next, we do have Lady Nancy. Okay. I think it's a very interesting question you ask, as far as if this committed relationship is ready. Personally, whether he's ready or not doesn't really promise that he will. I can promise, though, that him being a Pisces sun is good to know, because the shifting of the nodes is going to unlock both of your karma together. He is holding space for the karma that is having your Pisces rising establish more authority over yourself. And so he's going to reflect that relative to how you put him in check and how he puts you in check. So I'll say, if he wasn't ready, when the nodes shift into Pisces and Virgo coming into the end of February, he will be ready then. But the way I feel about that is, you could wait until he initiates. Pisces men are not really the initiators unless they're like head over heels. Aries man is an initiator. Like cardinal sign men are initiators. Mutable sign men, we really look more at the circumstance. So a Gemini and a Sag will initiate. Virgo maybe. Pisces, it really depends on what the circumstances are. So I'm not saying initiation on your part might be necessary, but with Saturn that's going to finish out of Pisces, that's delaying things, I can say that as Capricorn season is your 11th house, which is 5th house from your Virgo sun, it is going to organize through certain friends you trust as well what romance is possible, who in this pool of people, which Capricorn makes sure are incredible, are able to date, are able to move forward to. And I feel like important conversation, being upfront and clear about how you feel. You don't want to give Pisces the opportunity to be outside of the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? He travels for work. He lives in Chicago, but works here in Houston. Really good to know. You know what I mean? Just kind of making it clear, or putting it out there that these intentions are here will at least, of course, agree to disagree, Mike. Tomboy woman revealed to 4 out of 10 Pisces men that women are lied to, that they are told to initiate because other people tell them lies about how men do not initiate to a female. Interesting. Oh, I mean, Pisces can initiate you. It's just Pisces men are not going to be as thirsty to initiate unless they're already thirsty. You know what I'm saying? But Pisces men usually already have like 3 other girlfriends they're talking to, especially. I'm not trying to snitch, my bad, but like, you feel me? So that's one of the signs that like doesn't always have to feel like they have to go into that whole masculine archetype, because a lot of women will approach Pisces men. Like it's very interesting. But the reason why I'm saying this like this, Nancy, is I don't want you to wait for him. I don't want you to necessarily, Nancy, I'm going to give you a video that I probably gave you already. It's the Sammy Ingram, tell him what to do. That will also help as well. Okay. That will also help as well. The tell him what to do video, if you haven't necessarily done that. I mean, with him traveling for work, this is where things, Moon and Pisces men, it depends on their sun. Like if their sun or Venus or Mars, even a Pisces man or moon, if they have the Venus in Aries or Mars in Aries, they're going to be assertive, right? So it really depends on the type of person you're dealing with. Great question, Giselle. But Nancy, this is where him working and doing stuff, it's very possible that now he may not be ready, but as soon as we have that eclipse in your first house, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could be ready. He could change his thought process, but I'm going to give you that video to where you can start doing now, and he'll just come to you. He'll just come to you, right? You practicing law of assumption will work amazingly. And you don't have to wait. You don't have to do it until it happens. Just I'll send you that video. Thank you, Anthony. I do love that, by the way. So yeah, with that being said, and Nancy, I'm gonna send it to your Instagram. But yeah, with that being said, you know, Capricorn season for you is not only going to now bring to fruition Jupiter's influence in your fourth through Sagittarius that has changed the legacy of your career, but it's going to have you move forward in completing this, being around the right people, and putting yourself more in a position to prepare for this world-ending eclipse that's going to unlock how divine you've always been with all this in your first house. And that's another thing. It's like it can make sense that these cycles have been delayed, so you don't start a cycle before this next destiny cycle. So it makes sense that everything could just start happening around that period or after then, where this should lead up to it. All right, Kaleda, let's go. We know you have your angel soul, your solar queen with the king of the gods on your rising. And you're the artist, Pluto Libra. So you're the angelic artist, or the true artist, as I like to say. Similar to Eminem and Lil Wayne, you got Pluto on your sun. I use Eminem and Lil Wayne because when you're sun Pluto, you're like a voice of your generation. We know that Eminem and Lil Wayne were voices of their generation, and they have some Pluto. So like it awakens more the extremeness of that. You feel me? And I feel like now, because you finished Pluto coming through Capricorn, this is putting you more than ever in a position to not only unlock with the North Node that's going to be in Pisces, your wealth, but this Capricorn season as a Leo rising is going to integrate the integrity of your lifestyle. As a Leo rising, Capricorn season every year ties together how incredible your routine is and how potent you live your life by instilling discipline and democracy. Discipline, okay? And as a Libra sun, the 90-degree angle it makes to your sun is what applies integrity to be the foundation of balance. So let's put both of those together. You are shifting the comfort zone around how you live your life. And since 2008, you have awakened incredibly how powerfully you can do that. You're going to start to apply that supernaturally towards relationships with others. And I mean, at this stage, you might as well be an OG now. Like, congratulations. And so basically, you know, this Capricorn season with the new moon is not only going to activate a new cycle of routine and behavioral change relative to Jupiter that has evolved who you have around you. And most importantly, Uranus, Jupiter, Venus, that was in your 10th house as a Leo rising, you've since harvested that. You're completing the harvest of that. You're completing the harvest of how you've evolved your career relative to now how it shows in your lifestyle, how the life you live has also leveled up as a result of that. And this is going to prepare very extraordinarily for how you'll deal with others with this eclipse that's going to be in your 8th. And of course, as a Libra sun, how your entire awareness of your routine in life will change around who you trust and who you build wealth with. So that's really a lot to look forward to. Everything this Capricorn season will move forward in order to now integrate through Aquarius, where you'll begin this new awakening of supernatural cycle through other people. Okay. So yeah, very beautiful. I got Chef Clarice. I know you gave me your chart before. Let me see if I still have it. Yep, I still got it. Oh, I put it in twice. I gotta do, okay. So I do have your chart. It's still 8:30. All right, beautiful. Woo! Okay, cool. So, Clarice, we know. Hey, I'm going to say this after. Clarice, we know that, oh shit. Yeah, congratulations. Neptune 0 degrees Cap, Mercury 0 degrees Cap, Jupiter in Cap. And that's what I love, the 84 year. It's really awesome. Basically, it's an 84 and then also 72. Those are the last two times Jupiter's in Capricorn. So you're collecting go, you're passing go, and you're collecting 200. Okay. And it's putting you in a position, I would say, to tunnel vision. I will text you. I got you. One moment. It is going to put you in a position, I would say, to realistically, open up this sense of now applying this vision of your beliefs and who you are into now the organization and actually running on the ground and doing that. So as a Capricorn, of course, as a Capricorn rising, this is your debut in the first house again. It is you, of course, directing how it is you unveil your personality and go through this booster of Jupiter in Capricorn, right? I think another thing we want to see through this is, of course, now Jupiter that's going to finish out of your 7th house next year. You're integrating this evolution cycle since 2019. So Capricorn season is going to transform this evolution of your lifestyle that through Sagittarius you harvested. You had Jupiter and Uranus on your North Node, really beautiful, activating literally an evolution of the quality of your lifestyle. So this is going to reflect on now the quality of your worth and how you embody that. All right. Pluto is in your 2nd house now, and that's going to awaken a whole 20-year era of wealth supernaturally manifested. You're 84, so Pluto's going to begin to square your Pluto, and you're going to begin to carry the rest of the world like Gen X did and has now passed that hot potato to our generation. Oh my God. And yeah, 1st house revolution. The relevant aspects we really want to look at here, though, are the full moon with Mars in your 7th. That opposite your natal Venus is just going to really activate this direction you take your personality, and then feel how you reevaluate who you should move forward with. That's going to prepare you for 6 months from now, where, of course, we'll move forward in evolving every single one of your partnerships as soon as Jupiter goes into your 7th house. Okay. So yeah, very, very, very awesome. I think what's really cool about this is more so, I think this element, is more so this element, let's say, of the nature. There we go. More so of this element. Ooh, I got 1,755 in this account charts. The nature of how it is you not only reinitiate your integrity of self in the direction you take, but now Pluto is out of your 1st. So the work you've done since 2008, you'll see and can breathe through. And, shout out to Kim. I think what's also in Kaleda, no problem. Really grateful. Thank you. What's really beautiful about this is how powerfully this puts you in a position to realistically not only account for 6 years worth of personal evolution, the North Node unlocking your Aries moon soul, but preparing for the end of the year where this eclipse is going to happen on your 4th house cusp. So it's going to unlock this attitude around your comfort zone and the divine skill set that will just awaken more supernaturally. That's vague now. It'll be specific by the time we get in March to exactly what that is. But yeah, I see you collecting go, passing go, collecting 200, and just coming into greater direction of the perspective you've evolved all year. And I think it's going to really revisit how you see yourself and manifest through your personality with so much more potency. All right, y'all, that's all I got for now. You guys stay blessed as always. I will see you guys. For those of you on Instagram who want to catch the replay, I will have this public for the rest of today, and then I'll make it exclusive starting like tomorrow or Christmas or something. But yeah, you guys stay blessed, and until next time, peace.